Well, crap, this is kind of my workbench on any given day because so much stuff just accumulates in here. And let's try to clean some of the stuff up. I got some beater bars for my Shark robot, as well as some of the brushes. Hopefully these don't break like the other freaking aftermarket ones did. Yeah, okay. So take a look at this 970 Evo Plus 1 terabyte. That's a NVMe solid state drive. Got a case for it. And then I have a Western Digital 2 terabyte solid state drive to replace the 1 terabyte drive in my laptop. And a little bit of memory, a couple of 16 gigabyte DDR4. What are these? PC4 at 2666 megahertz. So we're going to be putting those into my editing laptop soon. I just don't know when. But I went ahead and ordered everything that I thought I was going to need to upgrade my laptop. This stuff just accumulates all the time. So let's put all that stuff away. Yeah, that's not me. That came with like the hard drive, but it says it is a Adidas Women's Saturday Relax Fit Adjustable Hat Black. But I didn't order it. I think it came with a Western Digital hard drive, so I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Got a couple of 5 terabyte drives that I put the date on them when I start using them as backup drives. And as you can see, oh, here's a couple of speakers for that Toshiba, was it 13-inch TV VCR combo? So I ordered a couple of 3-inch 8-ohm. Hopefully they'll be good enough to get rid of that nasty crackly speaker. I'll set those aside, and I don't need that. There's like a T25 Torx bit. That goes over there. Packing material. Pop, pop. Hope no one sees me getting freaky. My other hard drive. Put that up there, out of the way. Yeah, I stopped by a thrift store and bought a bunch of DVD-Rs for $3. I just couldn't pass it up because I still repair those Magnavox ZV-427s and ZV-457s. It's walkie-talkie, so I can communicate with my wife if I need to. She's currently sleeping at the moment. Try to clean this up. Just another knife, a little bit. Put these guys away. Yeah, this is what happens when you haven't worked for like 2 weeks, and typically, well, there's my old house key. I rekeyed all my locks the other day. That can just live there for a moment. What I'm interested in, no, don't worry about that. That's a clicker original remote for the Mercury Mountaineer. I did get a replacement. This one stopped working, and replaced the LEDs in my Santa blow-up inflatable out front. Yeah, don't know if anybody actually wants to see this stuff or not, but trying to just clean up. Screwdrivers laying everywhere, as you can tell. Yeah, there's just a handful of screwdrivers. Phillips, standard. Come on. Small screwdrivers, more Phillips, small, and I don't even remember. Something was in that. I think I did a video on it, but I'm not sure what it was. There are the switches for the battery charger, and then of course the plug for the fan that I missed. I think I ordered a fan, a brand new replacement, maybe 2 of them. Still waiting for that to arrive, but there's a hot air blower. I can shut that off. That's the cord for it right there. Another stainless toothbrush, modified. Clean mode select switches. Yeah, the instructions for the Black & Decker are still on the workbench. Empty bottle of rum. Yes, I do enjoy my rum. But here is the main item. that we're looking at right now. This is a Waterpik Sonic Fusion 2.0, and this is kind of a rush customer. Need to take care of this basically as quickly as possible because it belongs to my wife. And so, for some odd reason, I'm not quite sure how, she gets bumped up to the front of the list. Yeah, don't need that from the Black & Decker battery charger anymore. Still trying to make this place look a little acceptable. I'll try to clean off all the fuzz that's collected over here in the last couple of weeks. So typically, between about Thanksgiving and Christmas, I just take off to kind of decompress, but it just really didn't happen. There's been so much going on. There we go. That's a little bit better. So what's going on with this thing is, well, it doesn't power up. So maybe somebody out there may know something about this. We'll just set this stuff out of the way for now. So what I'm going to do is, here's the AC adapter for it. And it does show 14 volts at 1.5 amps. White is positive, black is negative, but according to all the research I've done on this cable, it's round. It does say 20 American wire gauge. But yeah, there we go. 14 volts, 1.5 amps, DC, obviously. Oh yes, there is the DC logo right there. Maybe it's got 2 leads inside of it. I'm sure it does. It has to, but I thought it was going to be like a shielded coaxial cable. But what's interesting is if we look at the bottom of this unit, it says 100 to 240 volts, 50, 60 hertz, 26 watts. I really would have thought this would have said, well, it would have echoed this thing of 14 volts, 1.5 amps. But yes, it is 100 to 240 volts. 50, 60 hertz at 0.8 amps. IPX4 only evaluated for adapter body, not including input blade. So I guess those are the input blades. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and it's got this little, this is the flosser attachment. That's where the water attaches to the bottom of this unit here. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in to my Variac. And I did see a small bump in current. And I do actually see a light on this. And then the light went off. So supposedly this is supposed to charge. And it shows that it is charging. What the fork is going on with this thing? Let's go ahead and I'll move the camera a little bit. Push this back over here. And you can see the lights are lit right there. Now, of course, it's going to work fine now. So the floss button. Yep, that's working. Oh, man. Really right now? I don't know if you can see that light. Yeah, you can. Okay, that's working. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, I just don't quite know what to do with this thing at this moment because it is actually working. Doggone it. So, as you may have seen, we took a little trip over to the coast, Fort Bragg, California. And we stayed there for a couple of days, and it worked fine the first day, the second day, and then the third day she was using the floss feature, and it just stopped absolutely working. And we could get nothing, no lights, like it wasn't trying to charge, like it shows the lights are lit right there. Well, I guess this is going to be a failed video. That's just a water valve right there. But it is actually working, because I had this out for just a moment and the lights did turn off. So you can see the battery lights are on right there. There, they're off. As soon as I drop it into the charger, they do light up once again. Shoot. Okay, well, if anybody knows anything about these Waterpiks with intermittent operation, I'm sure my wife would love to know what might be going on with this thing, because it's done it 2 or 3 times over the last year where it just doesn't do anything. Nothing at all. Other than the battery that's in the brush handle does actually work in the brush mode when you have the brush button selected. Okay, how about a loss? All right, everyone, thanks for watching. If anybody knows anything about these things, if there's a common recurring issue with these, please leave me a comment, let me know. Thank you for watching. Everyone, have a great day. Hopefully, this thing will act up tonight and I can troubleshoot it for you. Bye-bye. Well, not quite so fast. I thought I better go ahead and at least check the power supply in this thing. So, let's see. Looks like it has regular screws in the bottom of it, as you can see right up inside there. So let me find a small Phillips screwdriver and I'll see if I can get the, well, maybe mid-size? Oh, there, finally. Wow. Okay, let's see if I can get the impact on it now. And nope. Nope. Not gonna happen. Man, those things are in there. Holy moly. So I'm thinking all these screws or hardware are stainless steel because they are not attracted to the magnet at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. There is number 6. So yeah, I'm betting I'm going to have to remove that. And it is starting to separate. It looks like, yeah, that's hanging it up. Let's go and take the screws out just for the heck of it. Let's move the camera so I can get kind of back in view for you guys. Stainless, which in this kind of application is probably a very good thing to have. So, let's see if I can untuck. How does this? Okay, well, let's give it just the slightest amount of pry action. Oh, there we go. And look at that, it's got an O-ring. How nice. I wonder if there's a cleaning procedure for for this, because this is just regular tap water. And look at the color. So I think I'm going to put a rag down here and dump that over and shake it. And then, oh, something's happening. And I don't see any other screws that I might have missed. And okay, well, we're in. Well, that's a bit more than I had originally expected. Oh, that's for the knob. Okay. How does this come apart? Because I don't want to assemble it together. Oh, I see. Yeah, may require the use of my stomach. Ah, shoot. It's got two freaking tabs. Come on, baby. Yes! Okay, so we got the knob off. Hopefully we can get it back on the right way. So, there's the magnet in the wireless charger. I'd like to be able to put a meter on the power supply leads right here, but I don't want to disassemble this and possibly damage the charger. Now let's see if we can add some leads to this maybe. It looks like we should be able to. It's labeled plus 14 and then ground. And you know what? Maybe I can access the bottom right there and attach leads down below. One moment. All right, so I have very, very gingerly attached two leads to the bottom of this unit. And so I'm going to bring in a voltmeter and an amp meter so we can power this thing on and measure the voltage under load. I'll put the dummy load on it and we'll see what it has to say. So let's get a voltmeter ready and we'll get an amp meter, and then that way we can actually monitor the current. One moment while I get this stuff hooked up. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. So I have the 117 connected to the DC voltage range. That's going to measure the voltage of the power brick right here. And then I have the 87 connected in the amp range and set to 6 amps. I think it's going to be fine. And so what I've done is I've got these 12 ohm resistors off, 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 off. So as soon as I turn one of these on, it should give me just over 1 amp of current. In addition, I've got these two 10 ohm resistors actually connected in series right now. So as soon as I turn on that switch, it should add 20 ohms. So I think we're going to be close to about the, what did it say, 1.5 amps at 14 volts. So let's go ahead and see what's going to happen. Everything should be off right now. Power has been applied. and I do see 14.09 volts. I'm on amps DC. Let's go ahead and give it 12 ohms, which will give it just over 1 amp. And I see 1.07, and it did drop to 13.95 volts. Let's add the 20 ohms, and I'm up to 1.6 amps and 13.88 volts. So next, I'm going to put this in min-max. I'm going to set it on minimum, and I'm going to wiggle the cord as it comes out of the AC adapter, and as it goes in, well, you really can't see it. I'm sorry about that. There we go. As it goes in, to make sure there's no defects in the actual cord itself. And nope, it's holding very steady at 13.88 volts at 1.66 amps. So I'm going to have to say the AC adapter is probably, well, we went to 13.87. That's on minimum. 13.88. Let's reset that. Go to minimum again. I mean, that's as low as it'll go. So let's try to do a power snap real quick while this is on minimum. So I just flipped it off and back on. It went all the way down to 0 volts. Yeah, I'm going to say that it's not a cord or a charger issue, because like I said, we're pulling more than is rated continuously from this thing. I seriously doubt that that motor is going to draw 1.6 amps out of this unit. But okay, well, I don't really know what else to do. Let's go ahead and try to give it 2 resistors here, just for the fun of it. 2 amps at 13.8 volts, and then it shut down. So yeah, it'll easily do 2 amps at 13.8 volts. That's not the problem. Doggone it. Okay, well, I'm going to try to throw this thing back together, and I guess we'll just run it, see what happens. Maybe I'll go ahead and add a drop of oil to that motor just to be safe. There we go. That should be perfectly fine for many years to come. And yeah, okay, I'll try to keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching once again. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye. Just for the heck of it, let's juice up 2 of the big resistors. 0.6 amps on the 20 ohm. 1.6 on just one 12 ohm. How about 2 12 ohm resistors? So 6 ohms. 2.6 amps. And 13.74 volts output. Okay. Thanks for watching. Once again, have a great day. Bye-bye. And then I thought to myself, let's try to juice that motor up manually, see what happens. So I have positive applied to positive, negative to the negative lead on the motor. We're at 1.6 volts. 2.1 volts. And the motor is running perfectly, drawing 0.33 amps. You can kind of hear it pumping. 0.5 amps. Let's see where it stalls at. Right there, 1.7 volts. Okay, I'm going to say the motor's just fine. and it starts up at 2.3. .7 volts. All right, I'm going to put this thing back together, and oh, there it goes again. I'm going to put it back together and give it back to my wife. Hopefully, things work well for many more years. Once again, thank you for watching. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.